Good evening, everyone. Now, as the title suggests, this is going to be my last stream on this season of xBcrafted's Patreon server. It will be resetting this Saturday. I'm probably not going to play tomorrow night on it, so this will be the last stream. So we'll go ahead and hop on into her. I'm probably going to do just kind of a walkthrough on all the different things I've done. Might grab another schematic of my library, since I've done a bunch of work to it, and just kind of go around and look at some of the different things I've done and talk about how I would do them differently. So first, I think I'm going to do my schematic. Okay. Stick. That up so I can come into Whitematica, enable rendering, back, and before I do that, I'm going to make sure I've got everything I want. Good. I can still remember, still remembers what it was I was doing. It's good still. Perfect. I even talk about what I wanted to do with the base. Fortunately, I ran out of time because it took me forever to figure out what I wanted to do. Area editor, save schematic. Query 2. Save schematic. That'll go. Configuration menu, turn off rendering. Good, I got my mini map back up. So I wanted to finish this. I was hoping I'd have enough time to get this all done. But I ended up running out of time. I wanted to put a lot more detailing in here. Not happy with this staircase. I think if I had to do it over again, I would probably put a spiral staircase in off to the side, maybe, I don't know, right over here or something. Maybe bring it right up the corner right here so it dumps out into here. Or maybe even do that out here, off to the side, have a spiral staircase on each side instead of the corner. I was fairly happy with everything I did up here. I did want to get all my librarians in. I wanted windows. About where all the librarians were going to be. Maybe 3 wide windows where the librarians were centered. Maybe. And a couple big windows. This building is based off of a church. So I never got around to building all the desks that would have been in the middle of this. I had plans to probably do either some kind of mosaic tile out here with probably, oh, what was I thinking I was going to use? Glazed terracotta. And maybe a carpet or rug in there too. Building needed a lot more. I think if I build this building again, I'm not going to build it out of tough. I might go with a couple of the different stone variants, but I think that might look a little cooler. I'd keep the copper roof though. Definitely got to keep the copper roof. Oh, also I wanted beams. I wanted beams coming across over here. I wasn't 100% certain how I wanted to do it. I was thinking maybe 2 beams on each one of these flats coming across and crossing in the middle, and then a couple chandeliers coming down, or maybe just one big wide beam coming across the center of each cross with a chandelier hanging down. I'll play around with that in the creative. Fine. Try button. Now, as for my overall plans for the base, hello, Lady Nasi. I'm just talking to whoever might be watching. I was going to do a blacksmith and a weaponsmith over here with a shared courtyard. That's why I had the villagers over here. And I needed the emeralds, so I figured I'd go ahead and make them. Now the centerpiece of the base. Hello, Luna Bloom. Everything's going pretty good. Yes, my base is in an ancient city that I cleared out. I wanted to make this the showcase. I tossed around a couple different ideas, but what I decided I ended up wanting to do, which again I ran out of time, I was going to have pillars coming up with big crystal balls on the ends, on the tops of them, and like little beams trying to come into here. And I think I was going to bury inside it a fairly thick copper ring like it was charging the portal frames. I was going to do that on all 4 corners. Pillars on all 4 corners. And then maybe, I don't know, make it look like some kind of weird power source down in here with cables running in. That's what I decided I wanted to try and do, but poor time management and the season ended sooner than I thought. But that's okay. It happens. Next season, I'm building above ground. I do not want to build underground again. Not anytime soon. Um, Built my iron farm. Same basic thing I built at spawn, just a little different. It does produce a good amount of iron. I've actually restocked spawn with it once or twice. Propagule farm and stone generator. Obviously, got to have a beacon. This was my concrete busting machine. Annual honey farm. Chickens, which are overflowing badly. Sugar cane, trees, the basics. Gunpowder farm. What I built it for originally was gunpowder. It turned into being. I took most of the trapdoors out and turned it into a general mob farm so I could supply the mangrove farm because it really, really likes its bone meal. Although I needed to figure out a better way to feed it with bone meal. The way as I was trying to do it, it didn't work right. I followed the tutorial, but it didn't work right. I don't know if there was something that had changed or what, but it is what it is. So, someplace over here I have a slime farm even. Luna, I am trying to enjoy my stream so far. So far I am enjoying it. With the roses. Those were the bane of my existence for many different things this season. So that's the stuff I built at my base. Oh, maybe I'll ride my gas back to spawn. Sure. Eh. Okay, I've got to read. I'm a slow reader, so. Um, Overall, it's not that bad to redo to take over an ancient city. Just don't stop. That's the main thing. You don't want to stop at all. You gotta, obviously, you know, efficiency 5 ho. You can take out everything really quick. But the shriekers, you're gonna set them off no matter what. You're gonna hit your cap no matter what. If you try to avoid it, you're just gonna beat your head against the wall because it's not gonna happen. So I would do an area. There's a kind of a little bit of a delay in between being able to spawn another ward. So I'd take out a bunch of them really quick, and then I'd fly to another area. When the warden spawned, I'd go to another area, take out a bunch of them there, fly over to another area, take out a bunch of them. I just kept bouncing around until I had enough of the shriekers out, but I could actually move around semi safely. So, Luna, I'm not really interested in that. I'm got an artist I'm going to be working with here very shortly already. So it's not a huge thing for me right now. I already have the stuff in progress. Oh, I forgot how slow guests were. But man, they were fun first thing this season. I'm not really interested. Yeah, they are slow. They do work really good for building though, once you figure out their movements. Because I've smacked my head into a wall a couple times and yeah, almost died. uh I used them on my little tower at spawn too. But I used to do some of the detailing around the windows and stuff. That was actually really easy to use a gas for. If you look at the villagers on top of the mushroom, we use this gas to transport them from about 4,000 blocks out. I think that's how far out it was. It might have been a little farther than that. But those villagers are what started everything down here. So the first couple of them went into the villagers right there on the ground. I took two of them from there to my base, and that's what I used. That's what I used to build my villager breeder with. If you're doing it with a group of people, it's not that bad because you've got people to chat with, horse around with, joke around with, and stuff like that. So it wasn't that bad. At least I didn't think it was. Oh. Now the door's open on the slime shop again. And the rocket shop. Oh well. I don't have a fence post up there anymore. Okay. There we go. And this was my starter build. I figured out I wanted to do a little bit of a tower. I wasn't sure how big I wanted to make it. I wish I would have made it another 20 or 30 blocks taller, but it was a starter building, so people keep giving me diamonds. I don't have any prices in here. Everything is free. This was the season where we didn't do currency. We just helped each other out. Last season we did. So, yeah, see, people gave me diamond blocks and all kinds of stuff. Yep. Oh, yeah, they were there for free. That's what I put it in there for. That way everybody could have rockets. Between the sugarcane farm I built and my mob farm, I had a lot of gunpowder. I could probably make it several more shulkers worth of rockets right now if I wanted to. Okay, if I ever do any shops and I'm charging for it, I will always put something somewhere saying what I want for stuff. That's usually what we do. So, yeah. Oh, I know what that's from. Yeah. Yep. But this is my starter house. Got a couple of lathes in it still. It was supposed to be like a little magical enchanting things. Yeah. Sometimes we name stuff inside a shulker too. We kind of do the same thing some of the hermits do. But it's just a basic little structure. Nothing fancy. I love free cam. Overall, it came out pretty good. I made the platform a little bit bigger in diameter. Actually, I think made it quite a bit bigger in diameter. Yeah, you can kind of see what I added onto it. And then it was floating and it just didn't look right. So I just took a bunch of stone I had and dropped her to the ground. The first day or the first trip with the gas. Okay, yeah, we were out farther than I thought we were. We were 70 some thousand blocks out. But we ended up way out here. Someplace right in this area. We raided the villager outpost. And then we came back. But yeah, we flew all over the place with them. It was a good time. Someplace in here, I think we were coming back. Was it this trip or was it a different trip? No, it might have been a different trip. It was a different trip. The trip we came down over into this area, is when we brought back all the villagers. So yeah, we brought them back a little over 4,000 blocks. I think you're just unlucky because I have seen several trial chambers. I actually think there is one underneath spawn. I think. I'd have to go freak him around again. But I know there were some trial chambers. I remember seeing them. Yep. So. I missed the launch of this season, so I had no idea what was in store until I got on later that day. Or what shenanigans I missed. Yeah, it sounded like it was a really, really, really fun time where a lot of people died. A lot. I kind of organized a little Christmas tree thingy this season. That was kind of cool. Got a couple people together. Yes, madam. I heard you guys died a lot. uh, but yeah, a couple people built different miscellaneous shops around. Ken built a couple shops over here, along with I think Nana might have done one. Not 100% certain. Oh, yeah, we die a lot. It was where am I? This was a custom generated thing the server admin did. He actually built it and then pasted it into the world. So this is actually a dungeon. He built a very large dungeon underground. And people died in here a lot from what I heard because it was the first day. Nobody had hardly anything. Yeah, there were, yeah. This is one of two dungeons that were built. The other one still hasn't been fully explored. At least not last time I knew. But yeah, this is something pretty cool. The server admin Oda, he does something different every season. So last season he overhauled the end. That was really cool. So you'll notice a pattern. You see the dungeon right there. And then just off to the side over here, there is another dungeon. It's accessed a totally different way, though. The entrance is a little more hidden. So that was our first nether portal, or their first nether portal. I wasn't there when they lit it. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't get pulled away from my house Saturday. I'm telling people I'm busy already, so I shouldn't get pulled away. At least that's what I'm hoping for. The second dungeon I did get to play around in some. Let me get my bearings and open my map back up. Where was it? It's northeast. this away to another dungeon. And there's the crack in the ground. And here's the second dungeon. So this one I've been in. We did explore part of it, but as you can tell, it is not fully explored. I thought we did a fairly good job exploring it. It turns out we did not. And yes, there are Ravengers down here. I think we didn't finish exploring because we got distracted. Oda shrunk one of the Ravagers down to be really small. And that completely threw us for a loop. We got distracted. Oh, that was a good time. So people ended up with small Ravagers at their base in cages. Matter of fact, it's still there. But yeah, we explored about half this dungeon. The other half is completely unexplored still. So someone could come explore it if they wanted to still this season. There's still a bunch in here. Lots of diamonds. Sometimes there's another right inside here. So this isn't as much modded, this dungeon, as it is Oda took the time to build it and create it to try and give us something fun to do. And then once he built it in a creative world, he then copied it and pasted it into this world. Well, he did it vanilla though. There are commands inside vanilla, if you're a server admin, where you can change the size of some of the animals. I didn't even know that existed until he did it. So when I first logged onto the server, I don't know how many times I fell from that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that was command block trickery right there. I believe Abe built this. Little sugarcane farm at spawn. And it actually produced, I think, a fairly good amount of sugarcane. As long as people were here. I know Madam and Nana worked on building a lot of this stuff. I don't know who did what, though. I don't remember. Bell might be cool. Me and Graybeard did this initially. It was all dirt. I don't know if Nana or Kin came back through and changed out all the blocks, though. But somebody did. Somebody came through later and changed out all the blocks. Made it look cool, but we just had dirt. Because we were basic and it was early and we wanted books. Or actually, we wanted emeralds so we could get some of these enchantment books. I know Abe built this. This drops you down into the dungeon, but yeah, there's 4 spawners back there. So, yep. I remember helping get this guy down here. Oh my gosh, we had so many problems trying to get him down here. And yeah, there's netherite templates all over the place. All kinds of templates that people were free to use. Just, copy them before you put them back is what the thing was with that. You needed bone. There was bone. Arrows. Boom powder. All kinds of stuff. So Lightning Aussie, if you don't like modded stuff, you wouldn't have liked the end we had last year. But man, it was so cool. It was just a data pack. But it completely overwrit the end and completely changed it. There were free range shulkers all over the place in different colors. Each color had its own loot table, and yeah, it was fun to say the least. Especially trying to figure out what each color's loot table was. He's not doing that again, though. He only did that the one season. Right now, they are trying to keep it to straight vanilla. No, you weren't misled. Most everything is vanilla. That was something he did well into the season. But that was just something to change the season up to draw attempt to get the server more popular again, because the server dies pretty quick. The first week, there'll be all kinds of people on. After that, it's hit or miss. But no, the most he did this season was those dungeons. Otherwise, everything is vanilla. So, and the first season I joined, everything was 100% vanilla too. I think it was at least. And if it wasn't, it was stuff you didn't have to partake in. So, yeah, non-modded things can be fun. Depending on what you want the game for, depends on which mode is best sometimes, though. Because there are some mods that I do like. Yes, there is a modded server. That's why the vanilla server is predominantly vanilla. And then if we want modded, we go to the modded server. But unfortunately, the modded server crashed. Hashtag blame Gav. Yes. You can progress in the modded stuff to a point where you have so much stuff going in your base area that you can crash a server. But that's on the modded server. And by the time anybody figured out it crashed, there were no more reusable backups. So, Yeah. Most of them would beat it anyways. Oh, darn it. Ooh, another tier. Yes, that's a Wither Skelly farm. Another thing I built this season. Looks like I gotta go close Wither Skellies out real quick. It works okay. Okay, I guess it works fairly decent. Some days. This thing caused me so much grief. Oh my goodness. I started out wanting to make it a lot larger. And I mean a lot larger. Like it was going to be all the way out here to the first ring of carpet. But I did not have enough wither roses. It took me a while to even get enough wither roses to do this because, yeah. I was still trying to figure out the best way to. Yeah. But this one worked. I modified. The way it looks right now is a modified logical geek boy farm. Normally there would be carpet mixed in throughout all of this. And the cactuses are still down there. But you put a turtle egg over here and it draws most of the other creatures out. The problem I ran into is I built it over the crossroads. I should have dug all the crossroads out. So so the blazes weren't tracking off to the side like I needed them to. Uh, I might try something different next time too. I say I'd put a snow golem in there, but he'd probably melt. I was going to, but I wasn't feeling that ambitious. Another hat. I built several things that people were loving this season. I think most of it I had help building too. Most of it. I don't. I'm in the US on Eastern Standard Time and I go to work at 7 in the morning and I get out at 3:30 in the afternoon. Then I have to do house chores and other miscellaneous things. So I usually don't get on until about 6, 7 o'clock at night. My time. Well, I can't retire early. So, the end. Awesome. I like streaming. I built the initial Ender also. So all of the carpet I did, all of this I did all the carpet all the way out to here. Nana came through later and he dressed it up, put all the guardrails in. I didn't realize they put guardrails up on top. Huh, okay, that's cool. But I built the Ender. This was added by somebody else. I told him feel free. I was just building the base of it all. And told people if they needed to modify it, they could. But yeah. There's nothing better than a good Ender. So I like the trap drawers through the sticky pistons to push the blocks out. That way there's stuff down there. Hi, Nana. I'm just kind of going around the server tonight, showing off some of the stuff I've done. Some of the stuff other people have done too. But yeah, it's just a basic Ender. They're not hard. That was the hard part. Yes, you're getting a server tour. That was the hard part right there. That little guy. That was the hardest part of this whole thing. And then me, Graybeard, Madam, and I don't remember who else. Okay, well, thank you. I knew somebody did. I just wasn't sure who. So, but yeah, a bunch of us. Mm, it fluctuates anywhere from 20 to 40, I think. I'm not really sure. I've never counted. So, but a bunch of us went through and we spawned in all the portals because Graybeard found a particular area out there he wanted to build his shulker farm. So we went through and we spawned in the. Yes, that was a lot of fun. We may have died a couple times, but that was a lot of fun. Yeah, he'd found a city really close to a gateway that he wanted to use. Yeah, what he did is kind of cool. Hi, Graybeard. I'm gonna come hide myself down here because it's safe down here. Of course, it's not on either, but yeah, this is Graybeard's shulker farm. One of the shulker farms I've had to fix once or twice. Um, it's hit or miss sometimes, removing bedrock. So, yeah. I'm just noticing that someone put text on the sign. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if Graybeard did that or if Adam did that or anybody else that came out to help with it did that. My first thought for a Wither Rose farm was to use the portal over here, the gateway over here. And everything I read on how to get rid of the portal in the middle quit working in 21.5 or 25 or whatever it was. So you can't use mushrooms anymore, so you got to get creative on how you break that sucker. I could never figure it out. I got impatient and just said, "Yeah, I'll do it another way." So, well, that's kind of what I ended up doing. Kind of. I used chickens. I used a couple other things. I did half a dozen miscellaneous things. And then I saw Etho do this. So you waterlog it. And after a while, they start taking damage. Yes, it worked very well once I figured out how to do it. So I loaded, you set it all up for the wither to spawn, and I loaded dispensers with wither skulls, and then just once those guys finished popping out the yeah. Wow, my brain just quit working. Silverfish. Yeah. Silverfish, throw a potion of poison on him to take him down towards a one hit kill, and if you want even more, throw a slime potion on him too. Potion of oozing. And then flip the switch, it dispenses everything and spawns withering. And you just kind of stand out here where the slimes can't see you. They'll keep jumping around and getting blown up by the wither, and eventually most of them die off. But you do got to remember you got a 5-minute time window. I was always worried about that, so I'd go in and I'd kill them early. You could probably do that. And this was my gold farm I built. It actually works pretty good. I think I might, if I build it again, I'll build the platforms bigger. They work pretty good the way it is, but then again, the size server we have don't really need a huge mass quantity of it unless you want to do a bunch of piglin bartering. But everything goes into auto hoppers. It all works fairly good. Craft all the nuggets up into blocks or ingots, and if I get ingots, they come over here. Everything else just gets spit into lava. Yep. Yep. They definitely fall to their death, that's for sure. So. No, this one actually worked out to be about the right size. I don't care. Go for it. There's probably a bunch of gold in it still, too. I've AFK'd at it a couple times, and I have blocks upon blocks of gold in my base from doing that one dungeon, and yeah, there's a little bit of gold in it. I don't even think this item sorter's filled up yet. Nah, it hasn't even filled up yet. I started it with 2. So, yeah, feel free to AFK. Take the gold that's in it, I don't care. Directly above my base is this base. This hummingbird's base. So, yeah, if you're at the spawn portal on the roof, you just kind of follow the lighted purple trail and you'll find it. I can't spoil what Hummingbird built just yet. She did build a really, 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 really cool portal, though. I kind of like it. I have to go into free cam for the rest of it. And then there's the naked ladies. She built 5 naked ladies. I can't render them all in right now. I have to go over farther. Let's go stand on top of the Ravengers. Oh, there's the other one. So, oh boy, but yeah, it is hard to get involved spawning at one time. But yeah. And she so desperately tried to get me to move where I wanted to come up and out of the underground into one of the naked ladies. Which I probably could have done it, but it would have been a lot of tunneling and digging. And I just wasn't sure if I was up for that much tunneling and digging. Or changing how everything came into, how everybody came into my base. Which, my drop shaft is over here. Darn. Thought I was actually going to make it in this time. I thought about sightlines when people either walk through the portal or come down the drop shaft. I wanted them to be able to see all of that first off. Oh, and then there's your car's extended warranty. Yes, he's not very nice. A 1.5 block traps him, though. Uh-oh. Cat got too close. Better run, kitty, or you're gonna get blasted. Oda is such a prankster. The purple one. It kind of goes south. I think it goes south. Yeah, it goes south. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it goes south. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find. I forget whose base is over this way. I'll know when I get there. Here it is. I feel like my stuff is out of order. What was it? Craze base. Yeah. Kratos decided to try and be ambitious this season. He too won't be building in something like this again. He definitely picked a ice bowl. Yes. His biggest challenge is the snow. Trying to keep it away. Yeah. And then, like a madman, he dug out a very, very large area where he proceeded to build tree farms. Yep. And storage. Lots and lots of storage. This would have been his little bedroom. Yep. I don't know how to get into it, but oh, did he drop them all the way back down? No, he didn't. Oh, there it is. And then there's a mob farm. I feel like that's the one that goes up. Where's the path back down? No. I don't have a lot myself, so if I had a bunch, I would give it away, but I don't, unfortunately. No, I don't know. Let me look at a couple things. Of course, it doesn't really matter. The season's almost over, so. Hmm. Let's see, what do we have today? Oh, I do have ancient debris. Yeah, I went thunk. I don't need it. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm guessing you went back toward your base? Okay. Check your inventory. You're welcome. I found that in one of the dungeons. Oh, I was going to do more bases. I can show more stuff around here at spawn. Then Greybeard made a cool little hole in the wall. Looks cool on the outside, but never got around to finishing it. It's okay. It happens. Abe made a little hole in the wall, and then he proceeded to venture out farther. And yes, there's another netherite ingot, or a template. And then you got Madam's. Hers is kind of cool. Little hobbit hole type deal, but he fully decorated. He had it set up. Yeah. And then there was what was Nana's originally. Yep. I don't know if anybody ever ended up taking it over for her. We tried a couple times. And then there was her daughter, Kin. Her started her little hole and her little frog and tree and all the different shops. I still don't know who built the house up here on the hill. Never did figure that out. Ooh, there's a basement to it now. Oh, kind of. So, oh well. Somebody built way off over here too. If I'm going the right way. I might not be. Am I going the right way? Nope. Wrong way. Oh yeah, and Anna built a fishing pier too. A fishing pier with lots of boats. Places to throw your catch when you're done. Or anything you didn't need. Fishing poles. Fisherman. Ooh. Fully ranked up or no, he's just an expert. He's not fully ranked yet. A fisherman. Cool. Uh-oh. That surely can't be good. Ooh, I can't forget about this. Yes. The spooky area. Yes, this was Madam and Kin's doing right here. Very cool build. The ghosts were awesome. Oh, they were so good. Oh, I never noticed that. The lecterns still look like the casket's opening. See, I'm still learning new things. I must click on it. Too bad I'm a free cam. Yep. Little floating eyeballs and everything. Main floor. I don't think there was a basement. No. Second floor, just had a little library area, some bedrooms. Looks like a dead body got drug over into this one, where there's just a minecart circling. Okay, I gotta get my ender chest out now. Run out of rockets. That wasn't my rockets. Oops. Actually getting low on rockets again. I'll have to restock when I get back to my base. Off to the carousel now. I think it's a carousel. Yep. I don't remember who made this one. I think there's a name somewhere, but yeah, it is really cool. You can go inside it and everything. I love the sound amethyst makes. I love walking on amethyst. It's so amazing. But this is a really cool build. It goes way down below. Comes up to an upper layer. Where you can just walk on the amethyst. Ding, ding, ding. Then there's a very top to it. Like I say, I don't remember who made it. I thought there was a sign somewhere. Let's check all the doors. I think there was more than one door. Made it. Thought I saw a sign one day. Huh, weird. Hmm. Could have swore there was a sign out here. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Probably thinking of a different one. Oh well, that's fun. It is very cool and very pretty. This was Lego Starter House. I'll take you guys in the proper way. The way of the Ghast. I don't think I ever fully explored. Oh yeah, sleeping quarters. Little armor sets, storage. Little close. More storage. He had a lot of beds. Yeah. His starter house was quite large. You should. I've already gone out and shown you his regular house. That was a big snowball. Nope, this way it goes up and out. Oh, yes, he does. There we go. My mouse is back. Okay, my computer started to wig out for a minute. Every place I've seen Cray do has been large. So yes, that would be a very accurate assessment. He loves to build huge places. This was going to be one of Abe's projects, but I don't think he ever finished it. Nope, he sure didn't. He had been working on a fairly large guardian farm. So, oh well. Where am I? We'll go over here next. This was Decouz. This is where she chose to build this season. Did a little bit, but not a whole lot. She's been busy with life. But what she did is kind of cool. Cute little portal house, bunch of trees, a little bit of terraforming, some farms, camels. Her and her mom had fun bringing them back. I think Madam helped with that. So, mm-hmm. All kinds of cool little things. I think this was going to be Madam's right here. I'll kind of go clockwise. Nope, this is Abe's. I don't know where Madam's was. She's going to have an area she's going to build into, but I don't know if there was a portal to it or not. Abe started doing some really cool stuff. Built some pretty cool houses. I think this was a modified something or another. Let's see. Ajax Minecraft? Yeah. One of his houses. So this was something he was gonna do, but ended up not doing a whole lot with it. Oh, he started building a wow. Maybe he has been back on. I remember this being here last time I was out here. But yeah, he's got all kinds of different farms. This was going to be his block palette for this season. Remember him showing me that? Oh yeah, this farm. What was this? Drowned? I don't remember what this was. A little bit of water and then they plummet to their death. Or a whole lot of water. And they drop down here and kerplunk. He's got a regular mob farm over here somewhere too. Okay. Same basic design I built, just a little different. His is above an ocean with a bigger sorting system. Well, maybe about the same. Building them over an ocean is a lot easier than doing what I did. I had to light up so much stuff to make mine efficient. So much stuff. Okay, next base. Yeah, I know. Oh, what's this base? Or what's this portal? I don't remember this portal. Oh, I know this portal. This is Oda's. Oh, oh. Rare, Oda, they kind of base together. We're right next to each other. But yeah. They built a pretty cool house. And then Oda was over here. Yeah. Even the searcher admin goes into survival periodically to have fun. Oh, I guess we can do that person next. Nope, wrong. Yeah, that person. We'll go to calendar space. And I can see how much he got done on his house. And see it in person. The last time I was out here, he was still working on building it. I got something to take care of. I should probably sleep. And again, free cam, it's the best way to look at anything. That is a really cool house. I know, I have a bed on me. But yeah, this house site is really cool. Really cool. black and white checkered floor. I did something similar. I used a different white block though. It does kind of look like a log cabin. A really fancy log cabin. You're saving the interior design for next season? So does that mean you're going to start building it right away? You got a couple rooms built and decorated, but yeah, it is cool. Okay. I think you said this was going to be a kitchen, didn't you? Workroom? Okay, that's right. And this, I don't know. I don't remember where you said the kitchen was. Then the upstairs. More cool stuff. But it's all open. Oh, there is some stuff inside it. Okay. Then the final one. This was going to be his storage. That I remember. Oh, and then there's the starter house. Can't forget that. Boom. Different things in different directions. So, okay. Next. Oh, who is next? Oh, there's one out here. What is that? I'll have to investigate that then. We're going northeast. The torch trail I'm not familiar with. I don't think I am, at least. Okay, I have been here before. Maybe. No, I haven't been here before. This is one of the newer people on the server. Maybe I have. Okay, well, they did a little bit. Ah, okay. Yeah, it looks cool what she did. Can't wait to see what she does next season. Oh my, those are big caves. Those are really, really big caves. Holy cow. Oh, she's got stuff coming underground. I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, this is a huge cave. That's pretty cool. I like it. I love big caves. I don't know, there's just something about them. Well, this sucker goes all the way down to bedrock. Or probably to bed. Deep slate. There we go. I can word. I really can. Ah, yeah. Lots of diamonds that she could have got down here. They're all over the place. Negative 45. That's down pretty far. Okay. It is cool. Next. We don't want the fortress. We're going east, I believe. Yep. In the right direction? Yeah, kind of. Ah, see you right there. Look, man, it's your house. We're just going to go into free camp because that's the easiest way to do it. Oh, you did build a little bit more. Haven't been out here in a while. I don't think I remember the little stalls over here. Villager breeder. Villagers. What was this? Melon and a pumpkin farm? Yep. Uh-oh. The little worker broke. Yeah, he looks like he's frozen. I think they're both frozen. Hmm. The treehouse came up pretty cool. I don't think I have an axe on me. Well, I kind of do. Yeah, your treehouse came up kind of cool. I like it. Oh, two of them have flowers. I see that. It looks good. And what was this? Oh, ocelots. The jungle temple. A little bit of storage and brewing. Ha! That's a tree farm. Okay. We're blocking everything else from spawning except for the stems. Okay. It's actually kind of an ingenious idea. Okay. I saw they were named, but I didn't read the name. Pin space. She made some pretty cool stuff too. Does it? Cool. Almost nighttime again. Now that's like a proper witch's tower or magic tower. Much better than mine. Mine was pretty good, but hers came out looking a little cooler. Little barn with wool. Okay, nice. What's this? Oh, just a pathway. I don't remember some of this. I'm quite nosy, so I come around and snoop all the time. So, storage room, villager outlet, bedroom. I should go out of there. I don't belong in the woman's bedroom. Nope. Camels. I never got around to playing with those. That is a different type of mangrove tree farm. I can also do regular trees. Mm-hmm. And there's a pretty balloon. Oh, she put those up here too. Cool. What's that? Oh, iron golem. Okay. Cool little hot air balloon. Nothing inside. Okay. Next. I should sleep in the nether, totally. Take that out of the hot barn. This is Ken's Froglight farm. I like watching the froggies eat. Gobble, 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 gobble. You're supposed to smack them. There we go. I watched him eat. I'm happy. That is another end portal. Yeah. What's this? A name portal with a dog in the portal frame. I'm just gonna leave. And then there's lightning space. Let's see what she built. I would say she has a lot of time on her hands. Yeah. But she has been on the server for that long. Oh, she's got a couple guests. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's see. What's next? What's that? Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Gosh darn it. Wrong button. Okay. That's probably the next. Now we'll just go due east. Some of these places I don't remember, so it'll be a surprise for me too. Oh, that crept up on me faster than I thought it was going to. Is it labeled? No, it's not labeled. Oh, I know what this is. This is a witch farm. Yep. This is a witch farm, definitely. I remember somebody talking about having built this now. Okay, I remember it now. Oh, next is going to be that way. Yeah, towards my fortress. But we're not going to my fortress. We are going to Mr. QQ's. Yep. He got on, started doing stuff, and then fizzled out like many people do. I've done it too. I think he wanted to terraform the area. He did do an iron farm down here, but I think that's about all he really built. He had a cool little pillager outpost. Desert temple. I only lit some stuff up. But he didn't do a whole lot past that. So. Okay, next we're going to actually come back in some. These rest of the people weren't out quite as far. Not sure what this one is. I think this was jungle and desert. I don't think this was anybody's base. Just someplace to come get resources. Yeah. Someone was raiding the desert. Definitely. Hmm. Resource portal. Both over here. So don't matter which one order I do them in. This is, I think, the Mesa. Pretty sure that's what this was. Yep, Mesa. Not anybody's base. That is somebody's base. I am quite sure of that. Miss Pink's base. She built a little bit. Everything she builds is usually pretty pretty. It's got a cute little house back here. Some kind of little startery house up here. No interior, apparently. Or a very minimal interior. It's got some cats and a couple dogs. Looks like there's a basement. Yep. Villagers. Oh, yeah. She likes her villagers. I keep forgetting that. She does a lot with villagers every year. So. And there's her main house. Which is pretty cool too. Little bedroom. Not much else. Sniffers. Couple basic farms. I think this was an iron farm. Yep. Definitely an iron farm. Another base out here. I forgot whose base this is. But it's kind of cool. Built into the side of a hill. Got all your farming crops up top. A full-on sheep farm. Every color imaginable. Melons and pumpkins. Yep. Villager Central. Iron farm. Canteen, bedroom, storage. Got a little bit of everything. Even got a strip mine. With an ancient city, apparently. This one was more complete than mine was, the portal was. Yeah. Light out close to the same though. They're all a little different. This one's a lot different. Still didn't have high ceilings. I really needed high ceilings. Okay, what else can we go see? If there's anything else at the back by spawn. That's the end portal. That's somebody else's portal right there. Let's see whose. Cassie's. Oh yeah, he did some really cool stuff. He wanted it to all be about the view walking out onto this. And he did a phenomenal job. That or the view walking into this. So his sight lines are really good. Really, really. I believe he even came back on long enough to take a couple schematics. That way he could play with some of the builds. He's got a couple different things here. He built quite a bit. I have a tendency to pace myself out. And again, yeah. I think the other one was Bowden Maddox's base. But yeah, they like their sheep farms, apparently. They like the sheep. The sheep, the sheep, the sheep. This, I believe, was a tavern. Or was supposed to be a tavern. This one wasn't a tavern. No, this one was the tavern. This is the tavern. Yes. This was the tavern. This is what he built as a tavern. Really cool build. Little outside seating area. Indoor seating. Bedrooms upstairs. This was like his master bedroom upstairs. And there was the regular bedroom areas. He even had an underground storage room. All kinds of stuff. Kelp farm. Never knew I needed one until now. I don't really need one. But yeah. He built a pretty cool area. One of those you actually have to take a minute to try and walk around and look at everything because he's got a lot into a small space. Moss farm or cobblestone farm, one of the two. It looks like a moss farm now. So Squishy's talking about something. I'll have to go read that here in a minute. Oh, over here. Didn't see this. What's this? Bamboo farm? You put it on mud, so why not just use hoppers? I don't know. Probably if the main cards pick up more at one time. I really like my cheaty cam. I really, really, really like the 3D cam. Okay, Lightning, you were talking about wanting a trial chamber. I knew I seen one. I don't know if you're still watching, but here it is. Proof there were trial chambers. This one has a lot of spawners in it, too. But half of those aren't spawners. Oh no, they are. Holy cow. Okay, that's not a... That's a spawner. That's a red key. Spawner, spawner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spawners in here. Oh, that's nuts. 7. Are there more downstairs? Goodness. But a trial chamber, nonetheless. Oh, looks like Keggy. Yeah. Wow. Looks like he dug down into it. Started to explore it. He was strip mining for copper. Mm-hmm. He couldn't find any. That's probably why. That's what people were doing. They were stripping them out for the copper. I don't blame him. I'd have done it too. But yeah, he built some really cool bases. I like his base. Yeah, sign. Which farm? That spawn. That's another. Um, let's come over here to the mesa. There's a couple other bases I can show still, but they're not. They don't have portals on the roof. Where is like that room going? Yes. Soaring through the air like an eagle flying high, enjoying it all the way. Because sometimes you just wanna fly. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that's one of Ken's farms, which is right next to Mr. Lego's base. He had grand plans, but I think life got in the way. He planned on doing a little bit of a pirate cove. Pirate Grove, Pirate Grotto, something of that nature. He does have another portal, but it's in the bad part of the nether that I don't want to deal with right now. But yeah, he started building it all out. I think he picked out his color palette for most of it. He was marking out where things were going to go and vanished. Started out marking out how the train was going to be too. I mean, it was going to be pretty cool. I wish he could have finished it. Okay, now that I'm in the overworld, where am I? I think there's more bases too. That's Pink's. Oh, there's somebody else down by where I'm at too. What's that? That might be the other person I was just thinking of too. No, that is not. I'm gonna have to explore that. See what that is. Here we go. Mark the temporary waypoint. I have a feeling I've been over here once before. Oh yeah, this might have been the guy. I think this was the guy that was hollowing out the mountain. I think. Yes, this was the person that was hollowing out a mountain. Okay, he got some work done then. Wonder how much of the mountain he hollowed out. Look. He made it a little ways in. He got about halfway done with all of this when they said they were getting ready to restart the. They were going to be restarting the server soon, and he's just like, "Are you kidding me? I had to pick something else if I know they're going to restart that early." I get the frustration now. I really do. There's another base. It's kind of close to mine, really. Okay, we can delete that now. Mining hummingbirds is down here, and someone was. Yeah, I just gotta fly home. Home. Or fly to hummingbirds at least. Hummingbirds home, same thing. At least for what I'm talking about right now. Swamp. Oh, swampy, swamp, and swamp, and swamp. I'm still toying around with ideas what I want to do for next season. Right now, I'm leaning towards going. I don't know. I want to do maybe a medieval, maybe not necessarily medieval, but an older theme. Maybe go Dark Ages kind of stuff. Medieval Dark Ages. Better, I want to do kind of like a little beach vibe. One of the two. I want to build close to water this time above ground. Whether I'm on a large river or a big pond or something like that. Okay, where am I going? I got a ways to go still. This person does have a portal on the nether roof, so I probably could just take my elytra off, plummet to my death, and respawn on my base. No, I'd be back at spawn. Never mind. Okay, that's been dug out. What's with that? Turtle legs. Okay, that's what that's with. Where are we? Yeah, that's nothing I did. I gotta go due south now. Follow the river. The river of rivers. I'd say I want to do a Mediterranean theme, but I don't really want to do Mediterranean. I've thought about a castle, but I don't know if I really want to do a castle or not. It's tempting, but I don't know. Well, somebody had the iron farm all built. Looks a lot like a design I've seen somewhere else. Like it's spawn. But that's the thing with iron farms. You see one, you've seen them all. Oh, yep, there's this portal. Yeah. I don't know. It's like he was trying to trap something. That's his house. He didn't do a whole lot. I mean, he's got a villager breeder, I know that much. So he has everything he needs to populate the iron farm. He's just got to populate it. But again, the server's ending, so is there really a need to populate it now? Guessing that's he was strip mining for probably materials to build the iron farm. Or he was looking for diamonds. He could have been looking for diamonds. Hard to say. Given they don't go out real far, I don't know. I'm not even hypothesizing. So. Oh. Oh, that's right. He transported stuff over. See? Really close to my portal. That portal over there, that's just another resource portal. Goes to, I forget where it goes to. Pale Oak Grove. Yep. I had a lot of fun this season, though. That much I do know. I look forward to next season to see what kind of shenanigans we can all get up to. Because every season's different. I do still really like that library. I might not have got it done, but it still looks moderately cool. Basic, but kind of cool. Yeah. This was my villager breeder. Not very big. Not horrifically overpowered. And could have made him, given him more farm plots, but I didn't need to. They did just fine with what they had. Huh. Seems as they were dropping down off there, they were breaking the edges of the crops. So, oh well. I don't know what I was going to do with this structure. No idea. I hadn't figured it out yet. I needed something to build. I wanted to build something. These pillars were kind of already here, and part of this was already here. This whole slope down the front was not. So I think there was another example of it around here somewhere. I think it started out as this building right here. So yeah, you kind of had the pillars that were already there. I just made them bigger and yeah. I tried to make them a little bit bigger and a little bit cooler. I guess I could have done stairs and done more of like a pyramid top on them. That actually probably wouldn't look bad. That with that and a wall in the middle. That probably would have looked good too. I hadn't figured out what I was going to do with this wall. Wasn't sure if I was going to rebuild it or what I was going to do. I was toying around with several different ideas on what I wanted to do up here. Like in little areas like this, I thought about dropping it down another layer and putting lava in, and then putting glass over top of it. Or dig it down 2 or 3 more layers, do lava, a layer of glass, water with some fish, and then another layer of glass. That might have looked cool. Oh, so many things I could have done. Something like this isn't something you really want to tackle in a short season. So, yeah. No, I even have my own little breeding sanctuary. How full am I on eggs again? I think I'm filled to the brim. Yep. Can't even reach them. Cool. I already know I have a ton of gunpowder. Now, revamping an ancient city I could still do, but I'd have to do it on my world. So, I think gas tiers miscellaneous. Bones do not. They go on bone and bone meal. Yeah, I can show you guys my world real quick. This will be the last time I disconnect from this season, because I'm not going to come back on. I gotta let my server wake back up. It still might not connect right away. The server takes a while to wake up. Yep. Come on, wake up. Wake up, server. Says you're awake. Come on. There we go. Bam. Big White House. Big, 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 big White House. This is my server. I created this for when a couple of the newer features came out, and I don't know. I wanted to have a couple people to play with on something other than XB's server. I invited a couple of them over to here. So I got a variety of different styles going on here. This was a small pond. No, it wasn't a pond at all. I dug it all out. I take that back. Yeah. This started out as kind of like just a little depression here in the middle. And I went ahead and dug out a bunch. This was a large drop down anyways. It was kind of cool. I flooded it all. No, almost all of it. This was all the dense jungle. I like my data packs. Yes. Actually, I do kind of like that staircase. I've never free cammed out from it. So, that's a blacksmith. I'm going to put my blacksmiths in here eventually. I could do that now, I guess. Just got to bring them out of the portal. Eh. That's an iron farm. It's built to be like a water tower. Like I said, I like data packs. This is from a data pack. There's a data pack for elevators. But down here, I have an ancient city. This ancient city is what really inspired me to want to build in an ancient city. So I may just transfer what I was going to do over into this one because this one has an enormous cave. I mean, this cave is good size. Definitely a good size cave. It's got the big wide open areas. It's got a couple narrower tucked down areas into the side. If I wanted to, I could rip all this out and open it right up. And I'd have a huge ceiling again. Oh, there's so much I could do with this one. I have gone through and taken out a lot of the shriekers too. A lot of them. Not all of them, but I've done some. But this is kind of what inspired me to want to tackle an ancient city. Like I say, I still might do it, but I'll do it down here instead. Man, I got shriekers all over the place still. So, but yeah, there's this really big open cave. The first time I saw it, I came in from down here. I hadn't even free cammed in that much yet. I was lighting stuff up and I came down and I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool. So, which I really do like that ledge back there. Now that I'm looking at the ledge does kind of look cool. Put like maybe a little observatory up here, or something like they're trying to study all of this down here. And my idea with the crystals and the beams and everything I could still do. Yeah. But that's my server. Only a handful of people that are whitelisted onto it. My villagers are on the nether roof. I figured as long as everything's spawn proof, there is no place safer for these villagers than the nether roof. Oh, thank you. My emerald making factories. 3 of each one. If I cure them, 1 emerald or 1 iron. Yeah. Oh, the mob farm for this is really cool. So I have Abe, Madam, and Graybeard also on this, along with Squishy. Oh wait, that's Abe's village. That means this is mob farm here. Okay. I have never seen this design for a mob farm. It works fairly good. It needs an item sorter, but whatever. Yeah. Nope, I'm at the wrong angle for this. It's a tiered platform system. I don't know who thought this up, but oh my gosh, it was an ingenious system. Because it takes a minimal amount of redstone. The only hopper and dispenser and observers you need are right here. And then your redstone clock. Past that, there are none. They just, it starts up there, it goes down, and it's just set up to where it just keeps cascading off. Although that creeper is never going to despawn. Unless he walks out of the way. Pushes them all off and bing bada boom. I don't remember where Abe said he got that from. Let me see if he credited it somewhere. I know I went from touring XP server to mine all of a sudden. That's because I wanted to show you guys the ancient city I have under my base. And Abe's village, and everybody's got stuff around here. My stuff's all over here, though. We've got a spawn. Originally, I didn't start out with having everything set up for a whitelist, and yeah, that bit me in the butt big time. Someone found their way into the server and just started griefing everything. I guess originally they had coated this whole all of spawn in lava. It was a sad day. But luckily, because I have backup set up and everything, I was able to restore it to a previous save. Otherwise, I would have had to gone into an admin setting and manually cleared everything out and then seen what I had to do to fix it all. I do have fire tick off, so nothing would have burned. But spawn. And then, like I said, I like my data packs. And just like that, I'm back home. I do not have keep inventory turned on. Instead, I compromised and I gave him a Graves data pack. Everything I have on here is set up via a data pack of some kind. Most of which came off of vanilla tweaks. This is not a friendly area. I have not spawn proofed hardly anything. This was what I was using for my starter everything, but I've since cleared it all out. But if I stand, I think it's right here, and I drop down underground, it's crazy what I can find. So we come this way. Into an ancient city. And this is not the one with a large cavern. This is a different one. And then if we go the other way, there's another ancient city. This is the one with a large cavern. But wait, there's more. Which way do I have to go for the last one? There's a total of 3. I think I gotta go southeast. So this. Okay, this is the northeast one. I swing from that one over west. There should be one over here. Okay, I'm not in the right spot to see all 3 of them. Yeah, it should be south. Well, maybe it was straight south. Huh. I know there was a third one. I might be just a little off. The within a couple hundred blocks of where I'm at, there are like 5 ancient cities. So there's just a crazy amount. I don't remember where I had to stand, but there's a spot I could stand in here and I could get them all. There's one. Yeah. 2, 3. There's one up here. And this is a different one. Yeah. Then I come straight south, and I don't have to go very far south before I come into the one with the big cave. I knew there was a spot I could stand and find 3. But yeah, here's that big cave I was just in a few minutes ago. Some of these structures are really intact. I like it. Several of the structures are fully intact. I mean, even the walkway coming into it. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. But I haven't done a whole lot on this world yet. I struggle with playing by myself sometimes. Madam picked a mansion way out. My iron farm. It is built to look like a water tower, kind of. Well, that was silly. I thought it looked cool at least. I like it. Sometimes that's all that matters. Now that we have the bookshelves, I might wrap some bookshelves around it instead of the trap doors, just to give it a little more texture. I think that might look really cool. So, okay, but I think I'm going to call that good for tonight. I do appreciate having everybody in that stopped in to say hi. Let's see how many people are still watching. Okay, there's still 3 of you still watching, so we'll find someone to raid. But I do appreciate you guys all stopping by. It was a pleasure having you here, so let's see who we can find to raid. Oh, see if there's anybody I know that's streaming. Um, hmm. Does not look like anybody I know. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and pick someone at random then. Oh, let's see. Uh, it's going to do people with smaller channels first. I mean, I guess I could send you guys over to Joe Hills. I know he's live streaming. He doesn't have a lot of people on right now. But I kind of want to spread the love to somebody a little bit smaller. Hmm. There are a lot of people streaming. Okay, we'll just randomly pick somebody. Why does that name sound familiar? Saltful Mark. We'll go ahead and rate him. Okay, but that's about all the more I'm going to be able to do. And we'll go ahead and let this thing set up to raid. There.